Welcome,
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Wavelengths podcast. This is episode 5. We are back. We have returned. My name is Clay, and I am 1/3 of the handsomest trio in Halo, and I fucked up that intro. Here are Cole and Justin, and we're back, ready to do another fucking podcast. What's good? How you boys doing?
All good, all good. I think we all came to the consensus before this podcast started is that we don't have shit to talk about. Really, nothing in the world is happening.
Ain't
Nothing.
shit going on. There's no sports. There's no esports. There's no there's no
Events,
school.
There's nothing. There's no school. Hardly anyone's really working. Either way, I'm the only one here with an actual job. Boom, roasted.
Most of these days are like the same. Like it's been nothing's happened.
Meshes.
Yeah, like
all this mess back here is just fucking clothes I haven't put up. So
dude, it's been
The days are starting to run together.
Actually,
I'm
see
on
that,
like
see that box right there? It's a new ceiling fan. My ceiling fan's broken.
nice.
So I got that.
Ceiling fan. That's nice.
I got that.
You came up
Yeah.
with it.
I'm thankfully on a positive kick with Halo 5. You know, you kind of you got your ups and downs with this game. There's sometimes you're really enjoying it, sometimes when you're hating it. Currently, like literally 2 weeks ago, didn't want to play it. Wouldn't even think about it. Now having a lot of fun. So I'm on a positive kick right now, and that's fun. I find that really usually comes whenever I'm seeing improvement or seeing things that I know I can improve on. Gives me an objective, keeps me interested. It's fun. Getting better is fun.
Cole cries for a week.
Until we
happy
plateau
for 2.
again, then I'm gonna get I'll get fucking I'll cry for a week, then I'll be happy for 2, and then cycle continues.
These guys beat me.
Just gotta wait for Infinite, bro.
Anyway, I mean, the only thing to really talk about as far as like new shit that's come up is like Valorant, but I don't think any of us are like. I'm interested in it now, just because I see like PJ in them, like the Sentinel guys playing it, Sentinel X-Tox.
Yeah.
Snakebite and friends.
Yeah,
PJ.
they've been playing it, and like I like watching CS, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've watched a little of it. I mean, for me personally, it's not a game I'm gonna play. I genuinely have zero interest in playing it. Just kind of the same way I feel about Counter-Strike, but it's extremely easy to watch. It's very digestible and it's fun. I mean, like, I was tweeting about it because like I made a couple jokes about how like Valorant is one of the most hyped release games for 2020, no doubt, and I just don't care about it at all because I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah.
So I made some jokes about like not caring about it, but I also made a tweet saying like it looks like a really quality game for people that like Counter-Strike and that style of shooter. I love first-person shooters obviously, but I'm more interested in arena shooters or kind of the run and gun style of like Call of Duty or Halo. Those are always the ones that really get my attention. I like a lot more movement and like action happening than kind of the standstill sort of like watch angle stuff. No disrespect to those are just not really for me, and those are also on mouse and keyboard, and I grew up playing console.
Says the PUBG YouTuber.
well that's battle royales, but yeah. No, it's not because they're slow. It's just because I like. But see, PUBG has the same type of movement that you'd find in Call of Duty, at least close. You know, so
running.
It's much closer than Counter-Strike. If you had to give it to one or the other, you're giving PUBG to Call of Duty.
Yeah, because that's
running, crouching, leaning. There's all sorts of shit. ADS. There's like it's way different than Counter-Strike. Yeah, Counter-Strike has walk and crouch. That's it. So
you can crawl in PUBG.
You
can do that in CS.
There's a prone feature, you know.
You can drive shit.
You can drive shit. Yeah, it's way different. Anyways, I'm more interested in like that type of a shooter.
Not that.
It doesn't mean it's not a concern about being slow paced. It's genuinely the combat style that I don't like. I don't like that when you see people in Counter-Strike or Valorant, you stop and crouch. Like, yeah, there is movement in certain scenarios, but like for Counter-Strike at least, like a ton of it is like you're creeping, you're literally walking, and you're like, you know, you're perfectly keeping reticle, and then you see somebody and you just crouch and then spray, and it's like, that's fine, but like I'm not that interested in like playing that type of thing. So for me, I was making jokes about the game, but it does look good, and it looks like I'll be watching it. You know,
you want to know what kind of games I'm fucking tired of seeing? Where there's like different types of like champions and shit. I'm tired of it.
That's my other thing about Valorant. I personally don't like that sort of thing. I didn't like it when they added it to COD.
I feel like it makes it less spectator friendly, unless they're super simple shit like COD. So, whereas whenever I'm watching Valorant, it's like, oh, someone made a wall, but then like there are some abilities like something that like where someone's basically like a stun person But I didn't fucking know. I don't know what these abilities do. If you
Yeah.
don't play the game, you don't know what the abilities
That's
do.
like Overwatch. Like I see a whole bunch of goofy ass animals like running around shooting at each other, and it's like I don't know what the fuck's happening, dude. I don't know who has what. There's a hamster. Like I don't know what's going on, bro.
Totally lost.
Yeah, like completely lost. The other thing though, like that sort of thing, like Apex did it, and like Apex was fun. But here's the thing, and this is completely true. The reason I really liked Apex because I like playing Pathfinder. The grapple hook was a ton of fun. And I like the mobility and the movement that was featured because of that. You take the grapple hook away, and I don't care. Like I genuinely, when I didn't get to play Pathfinder and Apex, I was having no fun. So like that's why I don't like that stupid champion shit. Because like, Halo, I never have to worry about that. You never used to have to worry about that in COD. You know, a little bit you did in like Black Ops 4, but even then it wasn't too bad. That was okay. Like I could live with that, but I still, because like the majority of your gameplay was largely the same. You had an ult every 5 minutes or something, so like that's different. That's what I think's okay, as long as the main gameplay is like the same between every character.
I think it's cool in things like Destiny or like Borderlands, because in like non-competitive games, I think it's cool. But as soon as it becomes like a competitive game, I just not into it. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, but also like if they're gonna do it, I think like the way Call of Duty did it, where like
he's smiling at Daisy.
Yeah. Everybody's the same, but then you have your ult's different. Like that wasn't the way it is in Apex, because like Pathfinder as movement, like he has amazing movement options and no other character does. Like I guess the Octane guy or whoever has the trampolines has some like okay,
but you weren't even playing.
Like,
you weren't even playing then.
No, I wasn't even playing then, right? But like for me, it's just like I'm just so disappointed when I couldn't get my character, because it's like now I'm just limited. I'm literally grounded. Like Pathfinder was the only character that had like advanced movement options like that. And then
before Octane,
before Octane, and I guess I don't know about all the other characters, but
anyway,
I don't know. Not a big fan of that and the Counter-Strike style of game. So Valorant's not for me, but it does look like a fun quality game. It's really digestible, and I've been watching like some big streamers play it, and it's been pretty entertaining.
S&D is always going to be entertaining.
Yeah, S&D is always fun, right?
Always fun.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Fun to watch, not to play. That's where I'm at.
I like it in COD. I love it. S&D and COD's a lot of fun, but that's because that's the style of shooter I like. But the game type itself is really fun. So. Yeah.
So since there's not much to really talk about, I guess coming up to Infinite, there's no more events. Why don't we reminisce?
Throw back a little bit.
Some of the past events that we've been
having. We gonna run it back real quick.
Ooh, run that shit back. Run it back.
Yeah. So,
we're just gonna talk about some stories that we kind of were thinking of about events and shit like that, and just memorable moments as far as that goes. Do anyone wanna start off?
Some good vibes for the strange times.
We mentioned before we started recording that we might want to talk about kind of our origins and like how the three of us came to be in terms of like friendships and whatnot. We might have briefly touched on it, but Justin, why don't you?
Terrific trio come together.
Yes.
So like I was thinking like Clay can tell from his perspective how he ended up like meeting me and then meeting you, and then Justin, we met before we met Clay, so I guess I can tell that story.
Yeah, so the way that me and Cole met is, so I mean, I'm sure a good bit of people know this. I don't know if everyone knows this though, but I was a COD kid. So I just played Call of Duty I vaguely remember playing like Halo 2 campaign with like a buddy of mine. I'd go over to his house and like play it, but like I wasn't like fully invested into Halo. I really started playing COD on the 360. I started with COD 4, and then the game that I remember I had my own account on was MW2. So I played only Call of Duty. And in Black Ops 2, towards the end, I started watching Syndicate's Hunting Optic. I got into competitive COD that way. And then learned all about the Optic guys and everything like that, like the OG team, big timer scum.
You got into comp from Hunting Optic?
From Hunting Optic.
It's actually kind of sick.
Yeah. My friend Keegan and I would. He found it. He started watching it, and then I started watching it because he started watching it, and we got into like Elite Play and shit like that. So that's how I got into competitive COD, which is key. Because of that, I ended up finding coal. And the way that happened is, so back in the day, back in the dark ages, if you were a free agent looking for a team, you would tweet it out, and you would tweet these bunch of retweet accounts.
Yeah.
So like I was
retweet accounts, by the way, accounts dedicated to just retweeting shit. Like, so they had a big following, and they would just retweet. So then, like, the word would get out. So anybody that followed that would see the post. Just in case.
So you put
Sean
like
a thing of the past. These don't exist anymore.
Yeah, these don't exist anymore, and it's honestly low key kind of sad because that
dude, that was like
That
that
was
was
dope.
even in Halo 5. That's
Yeah,
how we
it
found
was-
scrims. Like,
that's how we found scrims. So maybe
missing
it'll come back.
ninjutsu and shit.
Maybe it'll come back at the beginning of Infinite. That way, because I would assume so that those start coming back. There has to be some sort of form that we have to make as a Halo community.
Well, Discord's bigger now, so maybe Discord might just kind of take that over because that's what kind of people joining the servers and then.
The thing with that is that like there's a bunch of weird Discords that some people are part of, some people aren't, and it's like I don't know.
Yeah, you get a bunch of sub Discords out of doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But so I had tweeted out that so back then I had a org or a clan. That was not fun at all or anything. Which that's a whole nother story. But anyways, I tweeted out that I had an org, even though I was lying through my teeth. It was just friends.
That was the thing, though. You had to have everybody.
Yeah, if you were sponsored by
everybody-
Cinch Gaming, you were like, all right, cool.
Every little freak that found out about MLG and COD and competitive was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a pro." So then they had to get the checklist. They had to get an org. They had to get a sponsor. They had
was it no scope glasses or something?
Yes,
Dude,
bro.
no scope
Those
glasses,
no scope glasses and
Cinch.
Cinch.
Cinch both
Yeah,
had
'cause
affiliate
they-
programs for both, and you got nothing out of it.
Yeah, you
But
got
could-
nothing.
Yeah, dude.
You could put that shit on your stuff and feel official. And
Main
feel like
AR,
cool.
looking for 3, fully
Yeah.
funded,
Mhm.
willing to grind.
Yes,
Main
that's
AR,
Can't play
what I was, bro.
weekdays.
NGXG, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was,
Sponsored by
bro.
no scope glasses.
I was nasty.
I got sponsored,
So-
bro. Like, I'm disgusting. Like,
So I tweeted that out, and then a guy named Samurai Jack hit me up and was like, "Yo, let's
Oh,
game."
Jesus.
And
hold on, let me tell you guys who Samurai Jack is. So real quick, so I
Sounds
am
like
a
a
Halo
bad
kid.
motherfucker.
I grew up playing Halo. That was my whole thing. But I always played COD on the side too because back in like 07, like COD and Halo were both like sick ass games. And they were both really hype. COD 4 was dope. MW2 was dope, obviously in 2009. So like pretty hype. People really liked that shit. I played both, but I ended up competing in COD for a bit because there was a big tournament in Atlanta and I wanted to play in it. It was UMG Atlanta 2012 is or 2013. It's a Black Ops 2 tournament. I loved Black Ops 2. I really grinded it. I got pretty good at it. I really enjoyed it. Ghost came out and I fucking hated it, so I didn't play it.
It was
And
okay.
I kind of stopped gaming all around at that point. And yeah, so basically, Ghost I didn't touch, but this guy Samurai Jack was a guy I went to high school with, and he was talking about how good Ghost is because he had just gotten into competitive COD around Ghost, and he was like, "Dude, Ghost is a sick ass game," and I'm over there like, "Bro, fuck that, Ghost sucks, dog shit game.
No, you're like Ghost sucks and COD is easy.
COD is easy, Ghost
Damn.
sucks. I'm better than you, this and that." And I was just like shit talking him like a toxic asshole, but basically he was like,
Is
"No,
Samurai
you're not
Jack
better than me,
Dallas?
not a chance." No, that's my buddy Sato. But shout out to Sato, by the
That
way,
would've
good
been
dude.
Good dude. He's doing well for himself too.
Yeah, he is. He
Happy
is.
for
He's
him.
a really good guy. We were just fucking around back then, and talking shit over video games.
Yeah,
But
or,
basically,
I was. How old was I back then?
you
What
were
was that?
15?
I was like 15 or something.
I was about to turn 20. Yeah. So, anyways, I was like, "You give me a week on Ghost, and I'm better than you, 100%." And he was like, "Not a chance." Less than a week later. Justin dropped
So
that motherfucker.
I talked to Sato and I was like, okay, this guy's pretty good. Like I'll play with him. So I was an AR player, so it was easy. I would say it was easier to find SMG players because like the AR role was like kind
less
of
flashy.
it was less competitive and it was like an easier role to like kind of
It was just
sit
more.
in.
It was kind of it was less flashy. So people that were like watching a whole bunch of like scump clips and shit are like not interested in playing AR.
Yeah. So like all the cracked little kids were
Yeah,
like,
crack kids want to fly around.
Yeah,
and, like,
who want to
zap
fly
people.
around? They just had the MTAR and were just going around and doing whatever until the Vector came out and
Well, I
started
was a
fucking
flex always in COD actually.
But anyway, so we did that So I was like, yeah, sure. And then he kept talking about you. He was like, yeah, like my friend, he's like he's like coming from Halo, like he thinks he's all good, this is and that. I was like, oh, let's fucking play with him, because my point is that if this motherfucker's over here talking about how easy this shit is, it better be good. So we ended up playing. Did we play a scrim with you?
Yeah, I think we played like 8s.
Yeah, we played 8s or like Clan v Clan or something.
Something, yeah.
And then I was like, Cole's pretty good. And so, like, after the first
message on Xbox,
on
like
Xbox.
from the mobile thing.
Yeah,
because you were like you weren't at your Xbox like later that night and sent me a message like, yo, we should team, bro.
Yeah, we should team.
Listen, bro, I'm fully funded. I'm sponsored.
Exactly. Started hitting him with everything. So me and Cole was like, yeah, sure, I'm down. And then, back then kick chats were a thing. So
oh, gross.
Yeah, dude, we had a kick chat.
Oh my god.
So
bro, that shit was low-key legendary.
Yeah, that was it back then. That was before Discord. Yeah. So we made a kick chat, and it was me and Cole, and I picked up my friend Tommy. And
he was actually disgusting at that point in time. Anyway,
he was really good.
He was super.
Yeah, he was good. He was clutch. He was ice.
He was.
It was surprising because he sucks now. He sucks at SMD.
We were actually good at first. Like our first honeymoon phase with that team was like we were.
It was good. It was really good.
We fried everybody we played.
Y'all could have got top 16.
Probably not. No, but I was feeling good anyways. Like I was like, cause I hated Ghosts, and I remember like when I accepted like the team offer, I was like, fuck, dude, now I gotta play this shitty game. But like at first I was like, dude, like these guys are actually good. I like playing with these dudes. Like this is fun. We're like doing well and we're learning. So.
And then we picked up another dude named Joey. Shout out to Joey. He was such a fuckboy. Like he was so funny.
He was a fuckboy, but he was our fuckboy. So.
Yeah, that was our dog. We couldn't just let him down. Low key. There was one time Tommy got knifed because Tommy had a scuff. Tommy got knifed, and he was like, "Bro, I knifed first." He's like, "What the fuck?" And Joey also had a scuff, and he goes, "Low key, like the B button is like faster than the paddle." And like me and Cole like immediately messaged each other, like we texted each other immediately, like, "Bro, what the fuck? What are they talking about?" Because we play Claw, or I wasn't even playing Claw then. I was just playing Tactical. Cole plays Claw, and he's like,
No, yeah, for those who aren't familiar, in COD back then anyways, it was this really AIDS thing where if you ran around a corner and you accidentally ran into somebody, you both just panic knifed, and that was the whole meta. Like, you both just meleeed, and one person got it. It was literally a coin toss every time. Or you had hosts, so you would win every single one, but yeah, that's what we're talking about. That shit was, they fixed that. They changed that in COD, because that shit was ass.
So that's how me and Cole met, and then Cole proceeded to drop me. Worst decision of his life, per usual.
But anyways, Justin and I always stayed friends since then, and he ended up moving to Halo. And Halo 5. Yeah,
actually, I tried to move to Halo twice. You remember? There was one point where I was playing Halo 4 with you guys.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
And then I was like, okay, this is all right, whatever. And I was like, fuck this, I'm going back. And then, because you guys stopped playing, I think it was during like AW. You guys stopped playing at some point and then started playing Halo again. Or it was during Ghost.
No, AW I stopped playing and then
No, it was during Ghost. Because I remember everyone thought I was trash. So I was like, this, I'm going to go to Halo. Go to a new game, whatever. And I went to there. Man. And then... Because like Tommy and Josh and them were like, you're not even that good. Like you shouldn't be a team captain. So I went to Halo, came back to COD, and I was frying everyone's shit. No one, because like the way that it was done back then was that if you won in a 1v1 best of 3, you're better than that person.
You were better.
Damn, that's how it was. And I did not lose any 1v1s after that against them.
Boots.
And so I was like, I gotta chalk it up to Halo for that one because I started aiming at the head more. It was exactly that.
Aim higher, bro.
And the headshot multiplier in Ghost was fucking insane.
I mean, the time to kill was insane, bro.
Yeah. So then I was godlike. I was nice as fuck.
Was busted after that, dude.
And then AW, I was super average. Still talk to Cole every now and then. I mean,
Well,
it's
actually,
true.
Justin and I became really good friends because when the Xbox One came out, everybody moved there, and then Justin and I were like the only two left on the 360.
Yeah. So he was like, "You trying to game?" So we would play. We
Y'all
would
would
play
message each other on
S&D.
Kick every now and then. Miss you.
Yeah,
you try to play?
Miss you.
we would play S&D 2v2s, just like for shits and giggles,
Yep.
like all
Yep.
day, because we couldn't just go
Anyways.
get it.
So Justin and I became friends back in 2014, long time ago. Yeah. Fast forward.
Yeah, that's 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Fast forward a little bit. Clay, in comes Clay. Justin and I remain friends. We teamed for what was it, 2050 Esports Chattanooga in 2016. After that, I became a team.
Dope vlog out of that too.
Yeah, we got vlogs out of that. It was they were good. Yeah. So that was a fun event. It's just a minor. It was good. It was really. I honestly think it was like a really great like starter for like what was to come for like when I look back at Halo 5, like Chatty was the smallest event, and so it was like kind of cool. That was like the first one, and then it like all got bigger and better after that. So it's fun.
You called it chatty.
Dude, I did. I know. I
Dude,
didn't even mean
Cole,
to. I just like said it, and I was like, oh fuck.
Cole was so mad that people were
Everybody was calling
chatty.
it Chatty, bro.
Chatty.
He's like, "You going to chatty?"
Dude, because that's what. Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
He got so mad. He was like, "I swear to God, someone comes up to me and asks, are you going to chatty? I'm gonna fucking punch him in the mouth." I was like, Jesus.
Oh fuck.
Christ,
Anyways, after
dude.
that event, I was a team of 2 with Corpsic, and I met Clay. But Clay.
Yeah, so I was I had also been competing in COD. I played in AW, didn't get to go to any events because I was fucking 15.
Ass.
Couldn't pay for shit. Parents didn't want to let me go. But then
Parents
they announced
gameplay. They're like,
Yeah.
"Nah, son, your ass."
when Halo
Not taking
5
that event, you're
they watched my shit and they were like, "Nah, bro, you're a shitter. Sorry,
Bro, that's
we,
what I'm
we
doing.
can't
In the
risk
future, when I have kids, if one of them asks me to go to an event, I'll be like, "All right, let's watch some film. Come on."
it." Yeah,
Nope, you can't
No,
go.
you're watching
no,
Shit on.
you're watching him play.
No,
like,
you're
over
watching.
his
You're
shoulder.
watching the wrong. You're watching the wrong one.
They're literally watching him play over their shoulder. Wrong.
Just shaking
Bad
your head.
play. What are you
No,
doing?
no,
No. Why would
No.
you challenge that? Oh my god.
wrong. Bad play. What are you doing? Oh my god, you're throwing. Oh my god, I gave birth to a shitter.
Dude, this kid sucks.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Just go into the other room. Hey, babe. Chalked. This one's chalked.
Gotta have
Another
another
one.
one.
Ass.
Mulligan.
We gotta have another one,
His
bro.
ass.
I'm giving this one up. Get in the bedroom.
It's fucking chalk, bro.
Yeah. But so when Halo 5 dropped, I had always played Halo. You know, I had played Halo since I was a little kid. So when Halo 5 dropped, I figured I'd try to play that a little bit. And they announced no events.
I just like Halo 5 drops. Clay's like, yeah, I guess I'll play that a little bit.
Well, because at the time COD went to 18 plus, and so that's why everybody like switched
That's why
back to
I
Halo.
switched.
So
yeah, that's right. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
it was
Black
added.
Ops 3
It was
dropped.
added, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't want to buy a. I didn't want to buy a PS4.
Yeah, we didn't want to switch
Yeah.
to PlayStation, and it was 18 plus.
it was a whole thing.
And I was like, I'm going back to Halo. So fuck this.
Yeah.
Man, oh man,
I was-
did
I was-
switching consoles not matter afterwards?
Yeah, seriously though, like, but at the time I was like, I'm not buying a PS4. I'm going back to Halo.
Right.
Yeah, imagine buying one twice.
Wow.
Play your story.
Wow. So yeah, I ended up switching back to Halo 5 and started playing, but there were no open events for like the first like year and a half or some shit, right? There was
Yeah, it was like a
nothing
year and
up
a half.
until
Because Chattanooga was in September.
Yeah, it was
September
all-
of 2016, and the game came out fall of 2015.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
all like
it was basically a year.
invitational events and
That was
like,
the first open
Pro
event.
League
yeah.
shit, yeah. So Chattanooga got announced, which was dope because Chattanooga's like 2 hours from where I live in Nashville. And so I started trying to like look on Twitter and like looking on like forums and shit and you know getting in Skype chats and trying to like look for a team. And so eventually I met this dude and I became a team of 2. And we ran with I don't know 3 or 4 other duos and scrimmed a bunch and got sketched on 3 or 4 times and it got before like a week before the event and we were like we gotta just chalk it. And so we didn't end up going to the event even though it was like 2 fucking hours from my house. But we ended up just like watching the shit, and then afterwards we just kept playing. And my duo hit me up one day and was like, "Yo, these other 2 fucks want to play or whatever. We should like scrim or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we played, and it was Cole and Tyler, and I kind of hated them at first, but then the more we played, I kind of hated my duo and started to like them more. And then we dropped that fool and ran off into the sunset together, and here we are.
You want to know the dirty little secret in Halo? All people who compete that aren't content creators hate the content creators and think all the content 100%. Creators. But as soon as they hang out with us, they're like, "Oh, you're cool. You're actually pretty good at the game." Like I would say,
and they start to see value in being friends with us because they're like, all of a sudden, I've been thinking about streaming a little more, you know.
And you know what? I don't care. I don't care if I get a bunch of fucking tweets or whatever. If people think about me even more shitty, I don't care. Because like, here's the thing: is that I haven't talked to Brian about this, but I'm pretty sure it's true. I'm pretty sure Brian thought I was dog shit whenever I first started like playing with him in Reach. And then he was playing with me the other day. He's like, honestly, I loved you. Like, it's just way better.
He said what?
Like duo queuing with me. He's like, it's just way better. Like, you know what you're doing. You're calling out. It's like a lot of, it's just everyone thinks that the content creators are bad, but it's like, we're actually just as good. We're either better than you or just as good as you. Yeah. Unless you are in that, you know what echelon you're in.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree. I think like with people like with Justin, everybody just thinks Justin's bad. I don't really know why, but that's just the way it's always been.
Yep.
Clay and I think people are like, oh, they're good at like shooting and shit, but they're fucking clueless and have no idea what they're doing. And they're like not actually good. It's like, yeah, they're like mechanically pretty good, but you can just beat them because like they don't know what they're doing. And it's like, no, we're pretty good. Like we're pretty good. Like I'm starting to realize myself like more confidently, like we're pretty fucking good. There are very few people that I have trouble with on this game, and like
in tournaments, we're in the top 24 to top 16 range, and that's a lot of the people who think that we're ass. Who
you gotta think about? I mean, like with that sort of thing, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I was talking about this the other day. Like somebody, I don't want to get it all out, whatever. But the point is, the sentiment I was trying to make is like when you decide like you want to try to go pro, it's not a matter of like getting good. It's not a matter of just getting better. It's a matter of being able to beat literally everybody. Like you have to you have to be capable of beating any other person that comes up and challenges you, because that's what it means. Like you want to be at the very top. You have to think like if you place top 4 in an event in 4v4, right? That means 16 people did what you did, including your team. Like top 4. That's the only 16 people. Think about how many thousands of people play Halo. Think about how many people get on Halo every single day. Think about every single person you ever met that's ever played Halo. Can you confidently say you're better than all of them? No. Well, you got a long way to go. You know what I mean? It's like
the biggest battle royale.
You have to think about like every single person that plays this game is potentially somebody that could beat you. You have to be confident that you can beat them every time. You want to be able to beat them every time. So like that's what you should be working towards. Is like it's not a matter of like status in terms of like who you're better than. It's like just you be capable. You want to be good enough and be good. You just got to be good. I don't know what else I can say. Like
a lot of people go off of name recognition, which I think is a little silly. Like there's a dude who I didn't start noticing until this season, who's Water Human 6538 or something like that. He has some numbers after his name. I saw he was on my team, and I was like, "Is someone Smurf or something?" Or like he's just like some random like diamond or plat that got into my game. He was shitting. He was shitting the entire time. Get out of the lobby. He's like 151 or something, and like champ, and he's champ rank. And it's just like
book by its cover, Justin.
Not the bush.
No, not the bush. Don't judge the bush.
But yeah, so the whole thing.
Halo Master 7.
Halo Master 7. Brett.
Case in point.
Brett is a great fun. Yeah, and Brett's so good that they thought it was a fucking, or what was it? Elamite thought it was a native Smurf.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, that's not me. It wasn't. It was our fucking teammate.
Yeah, that's our buddy.
That's our boy.
He was warming up. You want to talk about a memory that was great? Fucking Vegas. Brett's warming up on the account that they have on the Xbox. Brett's warming up in HWC FFA on Regret.
That was Orlando.
Was it Orlando?
Yeah, that was Orlando because that was our team.
Yeah, Clay was there.
Me and Cole are standing behind him, and this motherfucker just in a lobby full of champs is just in there. He got like a tack or a tross or something.
He got a tack, yeah. He 15 for the
tack, but it was filthy.
He 15 for the tack, and then he turns around and he goes, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. We're all
He's
just
just
standing behind him
Brett-
watching,
Brett's
like, going nuts.
Brett's this Mormon out of bumfuck nowhere, Utah, nicest guy you've ever met, who's just disgusting in Halo.
He's just so
like,
good.
He had no business teaming
You
with
want-
us
you
back
wanna
then.
go
now,
find
now
that?
he could team with us, you know, but back
Yeah.
then he shouldn't have been playing with us.
If you want to, if you want to find the best fucking player in the world, they're somewhere in the middle of a cornfield in the Midwest. That's where the best Halo player is in the world. I'm convinced.
I'm inclined to
Yeah.
believe you at this point.
Right? Right?
The big point I'm trying to make though is just like, you know, when you think of like the task of going pro is like what you should be thinking about is being better than everybody else. Like not like I need to have this type of shot, I need to have this movement, I need to know this. Like it's not about that. It's about fucking winning. And like, can you do it? Can you beat those people? And you need to be able to bring it. You need to be able to outplay them.
Yep.
That's what it means. You got to be better than other people.
You just gotta be better. Be fucking better.
So kind of wrapping back. So Clay teams with Cole and them.
We gotta bring that shit all the way back. We got off on a
Cole
little
or
bit of a
Clay.
tangent there.
Clay plays with them. They plays or talk about St. Louis.
Well, so
Well, we talk about how we met as well.
Yeah, so I already knew who Cole was because I had seen that stupid. You remember that stupid clip you got on Pegasus, that ended up all over single Halo clips that was everywhere. I had seen that shit, and then also I think we've talked about this before, but we matched in like it was like core play or
it was triple team on we matched like
triple
4 maps in
team,
a row
yeah.
because we played Plaza, Collie, and like we were like shitting on each other.
and
back
it was
forth.
dumb sweaty, and we kept shitting on each
Yeah.
other back and forth. And I think we like
good,
messaged each other after that shit. We like messaged each other and said GGs or some shit.
No, literally, actually, like that story was like I knew we were gonna run with Epoch and Reclaimer later that week, and it was like the day. It was like Tuesday we decided we are gonna play on like Thursday or something, and like Wednesday we were matching each other. So it was like we had committed to playing, but I didn't know you yet, and like I knew you were in my lobby, and I was like I didn't know how good you were. I was like not convinced of anything yet, and then like we had like really sweaty fights and shit, and I was like, oh, this kid's fucking good. Like I actually like this guy.
What the
Gun.
fucking beamer. Gun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I seriously still vividly remember being up shots at Red Cave and then you like shit on me. And I was like, okay, like this kid can bring it. Like I was surprised. Like so
You know.
and then obviously we've teamed a lot since then. So
Right.
And then Cole goes out of town, right? Or something.
yeah, I went to Austin to visit my girlfriend.
And Cole goes out of town, and meanwhile, whenever Cole's a team of two with Tyler, me and Dallas left in the dust, just kicking rocks. Because I was average. I was ass. So like I have no hard feelings now, obviously.
Sure
not bringing any
Also, at the time, I said I like playing with you. I just feel like you're a little behind at the moment. If you get better, I'd love to team with you again, which I stand by. I'm clearly not fake. So like,
he didn't. He egoed me. He was like, you and Dallas are kind of low key, lightweight ass. So
hey, but then he dropped me for you after AC, so it all came full circle.
Your ass is still dropped. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man. Anyway, we were gonna go to St. Louis, right? And we had our team of two, and like a week before the event, my duo ends up like just kind of out of nowhere, like, oh shit, sorry, can't go. And we were like, fuck. And he was like, well, we should just just push this one back and just go to the next event. And we had already like committed, we had already booked hotels, so we were like, nah, we gonna go to this one. And so Dallas was going to coach us, and we ended up taking Dallas and playing with him. Ended up playing pretty well. It was
Dallas
fun
was
weekend.
going anyways because I was driving.
Dallas, bro.
Tyler and I were going to drive, and then Dallas was going to come with us and coach.
Dallas did
so he was already going to come along, and we knew him obviously, so we just picked him up. With no practice, we played for like 3 hours the night before. And we did awful.
Got slapped.
So the whole way up there, we were joking about how we're about to get shit on this event, and like we're not gonna do well. But we ended up doing pretty well.
Dallas was shitting, and we yelled at some people that weekend. It was pretty fun. It was a pretty good first event. You know.
I have this like tendency like to think like I know I've gotten so much better since then, so I just like have the tendency to think like every aspect of my like. I have to think like I just now got good, and every time before I was just fucking dog shit. You know what I mean? It's like that's not true. Like I've definitely gotten better, but like I was still pretty good back then. Like I knew kind of what I was doing. You know, it's like I had a really good shot, anyways. You know,
the meta also evolves. You know, the game was a lot less mobile back then.
It was. That's true. That's true. Yeah, for the time, I mean, you're
pretty good.
We were alright.
And
we
then
placed
Cole and
about how
I-
good we were back then.
or not Cole and I, Clay and I started talking whenever Cole goes out of town. So Cole goes out of town before the event. I think there's still plenty of time. So me and Clay started talking. I fucking hated Clay at first. I was like, he took my spot, took my stuff. I didn't really know how that made me feel. It really pissed me off, if I'm being honest. So Clay teams with them, and then I'm like, this kid's a fuckboy. He's a shitter. He's not actually that good. Fuck him. There's Clay's mom giving him snackies.
Clay loves his mommy.
Hey Clay, I got you a Frosty. You
Man,
eat a Frosty?
y'all wish your mom brought you food. That's all I'm saying.
Man,
I was actually
wish
just
I-
thinking, like, I mean, shit, dude. I would not be upset if.
Is that Wendy's? That looks like a Wendy's cup.
Yeah, bring that shit here. Get them spicy nugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get them
Yeah.
Frosties.
Yeah. So anyway, you were saying.
So we ended up playing eights together. We played the God Squad eights, where it was me, it was myself, Clay, the teammate that he was talking about, and Brett. It was Brett, right?
Yep, it was Brett,
And it was Brett, and we were playing against Tyler, Troy,
Dallas, and a
and
random.
Dallas, and some random dude that you guys knew. It was someone that you knew, Cole. But we played them, and we were just shitting on them. And at that point, like, I didn't like Clay. I don't know how Clay felt about me. Probably pretty indifferent.
I was a little 50-50, you know.
Yeah, because like obviously there's some shit there. But like we had really good time. We laughed, and after that, like
We
me
just
and Clay
vibed, bro.
yeah, we were homies after that.
We just vibed.
And then-
you know,
and then
we made
whenever
each
it came
other
to
horny,
scrims-
and we liked each other's gameplay.
Dude, and then during our scrims, like it was just Clay getting shit on the entire day.
Yeah.
Like everyone else was playing well. Clay got like ninja'd with Cam, or he got ninja'd with Ovi. I fucking burned your. I killed you with a bolt shot while you had full overshield.
Yeah. I only got shit on with overshield. That was my problem. I would be a little bit too overconfident, and then I'd go flying in somewhere, and I'd end up getting ninja'd, or this motherfucker hit me with the craziest strafe and like 17 bolt shot bursts, and then he beat my ass.
It was fucking
Fucking
hilarious.
stupid. I hated playing against you.
So yeah, that's how me and Clay met, and then we're just friends ever since.
Yeah, and somewhere in the mix, we ended up making a group chat on our phones. That's just the three of us, and that's kind of become a long-term.
When exactly did
Continual
that
group chat.
start?
It was before First Vegas, because it was
Yeah.
it had to be at least a couple months before First Vegas, because then we
Back in-
changed.
yeah.
So, like,
We
2016.
changed the name.
3.5, almost 4 years. Had that group chat.
Yeah, almost 4 years.
And that is listen, everybody's a part of group chats, right? But this is one of them group chats where like I've never been a part of another group chat where we're in this shit every single day, like updates about our lives, Family Guy quotes,
Yeah.
bullshit.
I
just-
regularly see like notifications for it, and it's just like it's never surprising to me, and I'm always looking forward to reading what's in there.
It's just
like,
a part of our day
Yeah.
now.
It's like, hey, do you want a game? This is
yeah,
what
we
happened
hit
in my
each
day.
other
This
up,
is
No,
funny.
I don't wanna play with
That
you.
thing.
Funny, like,
That thing that Clay sent me the text. That shit killed me,
Like,
I was
bro.
yo,
having girl problems.
here's a funny meme. Here's a screenshot of some whack shit. Yo, I'm drunk as fuck. Like, it's just like whatever.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
fuck around. Like, it's good. It's good.
So anyone have a? I'm now I can't stop thinking about all this shit that I'm starting to think about as far as event shit goes.
I have an event
Just
story.
like
Oh, give
Go
us
ahead.
an event story, Clay.
Yeah. So we gonna run it back real quick to MLG Orlando, which was the event
never
that
mind.
never
No,
happened.
we didn't
The
go.
event that
Yeah.
never-
So we were gonna go, but we mysteriously lost our team pass and could not compete that weekend.
and the
I
event
got
flooded, so
I
And
got
the
hit by a
event flooded.
hurricane.
Yeah.
and
So
Florida actually detached from the continental U.S.
We-
so
yeah, they just shut that shit
We
down.
crashed all of our cars on the way down to the event.
they all died.
I was crippled from the waist down. I couldn't,
Tina
Anyway,
still isn't.
we got
we got
fucking shit.
rocked at Orlando. We ended up playing.
Honestly, dude, I'm so happy that like it's been a while since then. Like it's been over 2 years. Like I can laugh about that and just be like, we got fucking.
That was
railed
a
that event.
demoralizing
Like,
loss at the time, bro.
Dude,
That
that's
was
whenever
so demoralizing.
CC,
We were distraught.
CC and Onvor,
Yeah.
Talik, and who else was it?
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Yeah.
That's whenever they came up and they fucking shit on everyone in the open bracket.
Yeah.
And we
fucking-
were part of
we were
everybody.
part of it.
That was their
Dude,
first
I
event,
will
and they got top 16
never-
at that event.
I will never fucking forget that regret game where I was just like, I'm gonna goose.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna goose.
It was 2-20, and I was literally like, I have never been shit on so hard.
Yeah,
in my
we
life.
were like,
Yeah.
holy shit,
I
bro.
was like, what do we even
Bro,
do?
and like going into that event, I was like, at that point in time, anyways, I was peak skill. I was like significantly, I think, like at my best at the time. Like
We
I was like
practiced
very
hard for
good
that event.
going
That-
to Orlando.
That team,
Like-
we talk about it all the time. That team lived, and died at the first 2K.
It did.
Yeah.
It totally did. But yeah, and that's just like that's whatever. But the moral of the story
that's
is
a
like
story and a half too.
after Orlando, like when we got shit on at that event, like I know Clay has a whole story, and we're just joking around right now, but like
Yeah.
that was so demoralizing. Like to be that confident going in to just getting, like, dude, nothing
Dicked.
felt worse. Like it literally was like, holy shit, I can try so
don't-
hard at this and I'll never succeed.
I don't think I talked to anybody for like an hour after we lost. I got up and I packed up all my
No
shit
one
and
said
I left.
anything. It was literally, that's where I got a nicotine addiction. Was that.
Yeah, bro, we were all sad boys.
We were all sad
Just was in
sitting
the vape.
outside.
because like not
we were
only
smoking
did we
cigarettes outside, just
But bro,
fucking-
we had like a crowd of people behind us watching us play because like we're like creators and
No,
like
that
kind of
event was
famous in
dumb
Halo.
lit.
Like,
That's
at
the
the event,
most-
we're like
the
rock
most
stars.
fans we've seen at any
People
event.
were behind us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And
at
then
events we're like
20
rock stars. Like I don't know how else to put it. Like I don't mean like sometimes like there's some events where it's like super lit. Other events it's like, oh, what's up, Prox? Cool.
Right.
But some
And then
events
you
is like we
walk
have
away.
literal. This was one of the biggest events,
Yeah.
and a ton of people were there, and a bunch of people were following us around, watching us play. And
this was
it
the first MLG
like-
event, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the first
Yeah.
MLG event back. There were hella teams at that event too.
Yeah.
There were like 95 teams or some shit.
But so
That was
Orlando,
so
the event we
demoralizing,
never
dude.
went to.
Right, yeah. So back to the bullshit. So after we ended up playing Orlando, we went back to the hotel room and we were all staying in one hotel room. It was the three of us. Tyler was there because he was coaching us and he was also on a door team, and also Brett was there, and we were all in one room, just hanging out one night after we had
I think I know where this is going.
shit. Yeah, and having that many people in a room, there ain't that many spots to chill out. So we were all trying to watch TV, and Cole and Justin were sitting on the couch, and Cole got up to go to the bathroom, and me, being the incredibly funny person that I am, stole his seat and then refused to get up. And so
Also, while we were watching Jack Reacher on repeat, it was
Yeah, we
playing on
watched Jack
FX
Reacher
on
twice.
repeat.
We were on
I don't
repeat,
know
yeah.
why. It was like
We're-
we were all hanging
yeah,
out in the
we
room. So
finished-
we were like
we
half
finished it,
watching the
we're like,
movie.
huh?
So it was like we were like half watching it because we were like all chilling in the room, and like it just played again, and we never changed it. So like we watched that shit.
We watched
twice
that
in a
whole
row.
movie twice, bro. But yeah, Cole went to the bathroom and he came back and he was like, "Hey man, get the fuck up out my seat." And I was like, "Nah, bitch, it's mine now." And so we get into a little wrestling match and he's like trying to push me out of the seat and shit. And I think Justin was getting involved and trying to push me and shit. And finally, because the way that our hotel room was set up is
My hand slipped in Clay's pants on
our
accident.
door. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Jerked him off.
Everybody was giggling.
Just, aha.
I'm pretty sure Clay was blushing, but
Yeah.
I was like hot sweating. I couldn't even like. I was about to pass out. I
But
was
the
just, like-
door was right next to the couch, and so Cole's trying to wrestle me out of the spot. He ends up pushing me, and he pushes me, and I can't remember if it was my elbow or my knee. I think it was like my
your
knee.
knee. It was
Yeah,
your knee, bro.
My knee hits the doorknob, and it's a hotel door, so it's got like a hard ass metal.
It's a door handle.
Door
It's one of
handle,
those-
yeah.
Yeah.
So I hit the hard metal part just like flush on my knee, just collapsed. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. My leg went numb instantly. I was like, I was rolling around and shit. And we
So
literally,
actually, so in
he
that
pushed me into a
instance,
device, bro.
I ended up like on my back, like kicking you, and then like
Yeah.
my feet were on your butt and like launched you. So your knee like went into the door and just
Flew
like
into the door.
fucked your shit up. I
Play
threw
with
it into a
it.
device.
We're like, oh my god, we have to take this small child to a fucking.
Yeah,
No, I
bro,
actually
they thought they
thought
killed
that
me.
like I actually thought we were gonna have to take him to the hospital because I thought we shattered his kneecap. Like, it really wouldn't have been that unbelievable.
But
like, it really wouldn't.
On, let's just clarify, make a statement. We didn't do anything, bitch.
You fell.
You.
Right.
Okay, I thought I shattered his kneecap, but the point is I thought maybe we're gonna take that kid to the hospital. I was like, oh fuck.
Right, but it was funny because we had seen like a week or two before the event some hilarious ass clip of Royal 2 on Halo 5, and he was trying to call out and shit, and he was calling shit devices, and he was like, he got stuck on some shit in Halo 5.
It was
stuck on a
the
device,
rig.
It was the rig, and it was.
He tried to clamber up back rail and got like those clamber glitches where he like clambered 4 times in a row.
Yeah, bro.
And he was like, what the fuck? I'm stuck on a device. And then he was like, top device, one shot top device. Like, I don't know why he called it a device.
But it was
I don't know why he
fucking
started calling
hilarious,
out. He just, World 2 just went full device, bro. He just literally running around the map, just like calling out device.
Dude, it was so
Oh
funny,
my
and we
God.
were joking about that for weeks afterward. So after Cole pushed me into it, I'm like rolling around on the ground, I'm like holding my knee, and I'm like, you pushed me into a device, bro. But yeah,
That shit was too
my
funny.
shit
laughed
was
about it,
fine. It must have hit in like just the right spot where like my shit went numb. But I was cool. It was just fucking hilarious, and that sticks out as probably like the best part of that weekend because
No, that was easily the best part of the week. That
Because-
or Justin hearing me talk shit about him when he was asleep.
I forgot about that.
We had to. Who were you sharing about? You were Tyler.
I was
right?
with Tyler.
Yeah, Justin was
Justin, Tyler,
soundboarding.
And then so it was like 2 queens in the room. It was like Justin, Tyler, one bed, Clay and I in the other. And then Brett was on the couch. And then basically Justin was snoring,
'Cause,
and
he's a
like
Mormon.
Justin falls asleep, he's snoring. Clay and I are in bed, like laying there, like awake, and I literally whispered, I was like, "This motherfucker," like talking about Justin because he's snoring, because
Yeah.
like it's just quiet, and all we're hearing is snoring. I was like, "This motherfucker," and I swear
This man was
it was
asleep.
that quiet.
He was asleep.
Justin was
I was dead
snoring.
asleep.
He was asleep
Wakes up
mid-snore.
in the-
No.
literally, He's like,
no.
"You talking shit?" and got up.
No.
I swear to God, dude.
And
It's the
I
funniest
heard it.
fucking thing.
I heard it clear as day.
I
Like,
literally
I heard-
still don't know
I
how that
heard-
happened, dude.
It was like Cole was up next to my ear, and he goes, "This motherfucker," and I got
He was
up,
across
and
the
I was
room.
like,
That's what
Oh,
was
hold on, hold on.
mind-blowing.
Important detail. Clay asked me to repeat myself because he didn't even hear me.
I was right
said
next
it
to him in the
twice.
same bed. Couldn't
Because he
even hear
literally,
him.
I said it so quiet. He was like,
Couldn't even
"What?"
hear him.
And Justin just wakes up. You talking shit? It's
and
like,
I got on top of him, and Cole was like, "I've never been more scared in my life."
dude, because I didn't know what he. I thought I was gonna start beating the shit out
Well,
of you.
because it was in the dark. It was pitch black in that room. We couldn't see nothing. And all of a sudden, we just heard, you talking shit. And all of a sudden,
He gets up.
he just jumped up out the bed
Dude,
fast
you hear
as
that
hell.
movement? Like this motherfucker's coming at you.
Yeah, bro.
Oh god.
Just dun dun dun.
Yeah, it was
It
funny.
was a scary time.
Yeah,
It was a
bro.
scary time.
That
was fucking funny.
That event was a whole ass experience, bro.
I have a fun event story I want to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cole, it's your turn.
2017 ME Vegas. I think it wasn't Millennial Esports was doing it at the time.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It was official HS sanctioned event. It was in Vegas, 2017.
Clay was not at this event.
Clay was not. Justin and I were at both. They had the first one.
The
They had one in,
theater.
they had one in fall of 2016 in Vegas, and in the same venue in spring of 2017 they had another one. So it was only like 4 months later or something.
And they opened it up more because there was a section that you weren't able to go to.
Yeah, so
but the whole
2016
thing-
like it was partially under construction. 2017 it was like open and pretty cool.
It was done, and the main stage was on like it was inside like a movie theater. So like whenever
Yeah.
you sat down in the audience, it was like movie theater chairs.
If
So
you
it was
guys
super
have
cool.
seen,
Wasn't
yeah,
it
if you
at the
guys have seen-
Gfinity place?
No.
The Gfinity place is the same setup though. It's like movie
Yeah.
theater seating, so it's
Yeah.
like that. If you guys have seen that, anyways, really nice. So whatever.
Or
when
like
you
the
were playing your
Gfinity, not
matches,
at
or
the
when you got
Gfinity
shit
thing.
on, when you get shit on and get eliminated, then you can go sit in the nice theater seats and watch the main stage matches, which is what Justin and I were doing because we were out of the tournament at the time. This was like probably late Saturday or Sunday at the time, so we definitely weren't in the tournament. And I
After
was
yet
playing on
another
pickup team.
devastating loss.
Justin did really well that event actually. You get top 24. You guys did well. Yeah, I was on a pickup team and we did okay. I think we got like top 32. It was fun. It was fun. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
that
we
was the
go-
most fun that I had on the team. That was me, Dom, Brett, and Matt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were pretty good. That was a fun event. So, anyways, we were watching main stage matches and it was Straight Rippin' versus I don't know who. I can't remember. And this Straight Rippin' roster at the time was Ace, Hines, APG, and Renegade. And that was when Renegade was first like Renegade at the time was not Renegade. He was like this kid that was pretty good. This event, I feel like, was when he like everybody knew Renegade was good. Like this event, I feel like was when he really started showing.
It's whenever
then, like,
everyone
Worlds,
saw.
because this is the Worlds qualifier event, and then like Straight got top 4 at Worlds. So like they shit at the qualifier event, and then they did really well at Worlds. But anyways, Renegade really started to shine. But there was some dude literally sitting right like,
in
so you
front
have to
of us.
imagine you're in a movie theater, one row in front of you. Okay, you're watching Halo though, but it's the same setting, right? Movie theater. And this dude with the most I'll never forget this shit. Every time we see Renegade, we joke about this. Last night we played a game against Renegade online. First thing I said, give the sniper to
John.
Through the whole series, this guy was like diehard rooting for Straight.
Yeah.
And dude, like Renegade, anytime, I guess he knew Renegade or something.
Maybe,
But he
yeah,
was just
something like
calling. So he's referring to him as John, which is his first name. But just give the sniper to John. Like,
Give it to John. APG, drop the sniper. Give it to John.
And then when John,
like,
John was
APG
shitting, and then like he's making play. Like this is actually why I started realizing Renegade was good, because I was paying so much attention to Renegade because of this kid, and he was shitting, and every time, John, let's go, John. Funniest fucking thing.
Haven't seen that kid since that event. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure he was a
literally.
figment of my own imagination.
Honestly, dude, he might have been. It was the funniest fucking thing. Because they're in like a tight Slayer. It's a standoff. Like I don't know who had snipe. Ace had snipe. Heinz had snipe.
No, it was APG because he goes,
APG, drop the sniper for John.
Yeah, they're in like a
yeah,
tight
shut
standoff.
the
It's like
fuck up.
like he's gonna listen to the crowd for a second. Like yo, John, hold on, come on. It was like
Oh,
they're gonna
word?
figure out
Yo,
what to
John,
do.
come take this.
Give the sniper to John. Oh my god, I'll never forget that, and I won't.
That shit is too
Good
funny,
event.
bro.
It was fun to watch.
I would say one of the funnier events that one of the funnier things that happened at the event was Chattanooga. So after it was a Saturday night after we got knocked out. Also, I want to say that what other motherfucker do you see get criticized about his flag runs, and then at the event while Grands is happening, goes to a side station and practices his flag runs? I do. It's me. I did that. That was me.
Some people only kind of want it.
Ryan sees that grind.
Yeah.
Ryan came over and was like, "What you doing?"
Yeah. I was like, I'm practicing my flag runs. He goes, all right. Just walked away. Went to go play his fucking Grands match. So I went. So I was at the hotel that was across the street from Cole, Dallas, Tyler, and Troy was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Troy got milked at the FFA.
Yeah, he did.
So
The FFA was so
Yeah.
poorly ran at that event. It was
yeah,
dog
because
shit.
like it was so bad. You basically stood in a line to wait for you to.
There was
play
one station, so there were 8
on one
monitors.
station. Yeah.
So they were running the entire FFA on one station, but in like everybody that played at the event was entered in it. So like there was hundreds. Like you got to think like when you have teams, if you have 50 teams, that's 200 people, right? So now you have hundreds of people that are trying to play on 8 stations. Like it's ass.
Yeah.
It was ass.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to remember this right. So I was across the street. So I went with my mom. So I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go hang out with them and like whatever. So I head to theirs and they're like, we're gonna get fucked up, we're gonna get drunk. And so I was like, all right, bet, whatever. And so we go to the store, they grab the liquor, and I grab myself like a candy bar and like some chips just so I could like eat something.
Just so we're clear, I feel like we're a safe enough distance from here, but you know, I was of age, so was everybody. Justin, you were how old at the time?
Look, it doesn't fucking matter.
Underage, but
yeah,
the point is
I was a consenting human, and this is just talking about shit things that we were doing back then. So
I mean, if you're not gonna travel across the country to go play video games at events and like get fucked up with your friends, like what are you doing? You know,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like that's the fun. That's the fun.
Like,
Come on.
damn,
Don't do it.
Come
Be
on,
safe.
son.
But
be
that's the
safe,
fun.
but that's the fun.
Don't do
Stay
it,
in your,
but
stay in
like,
your hotel room.
And what I'm about to say, what I'm about to explain, was me being dumb. So so like we're taking shots and everyone does their shot and I take mine and like I didn't fucking drink. I think that was like one of the first times that I did drink and I was like, all right, fuck it, everyone else is doing it, I got it. And so I down one.
Peer pressure
and,
101, bro.
and,
Jeez.
and then I take my baby Ruth, and I bite it, and Cole just dies. He goes, "Did you just chase your shot with a fucking Babe Ruth?"
Oh
a
my
Baby
God.
Ruth bar?
Dude, no, I forgot about that until you just said it. But like this motherfucker, this is exactly how he did it, right? He was like,
Oh my God.
Because everyone else had a chaser, and I just had a candy bar, and I was like,
dude, he ate it from the side. He like tore it from the side. He was like, so I was like, what the fuck did I just see, bro? Like, what?
For those of
And
you
so-
for those of you listening, what Cole just mimed is he just knocked that shit back and then immediately took a bite out of that shit.
it just
Dude,
ripped off
take a
my
bite
Tasted
out of
it
a candy bar, bro.
immediately with no hesitation.
And so we
Oh,
got
wow.
like fucked up and like whatever. We got fucked up and
whatever.
and it was fun. We had good times, but I had to go back to my hotel,
Wait, where
which
his
again,
mom was?
where my mom was, and it was across the street.
Oh,
So
no.
I was like, I don't know, guys, I'm feeling kind of funny. And they're
We
like-
shouldn't have did this, man.
and then Cole's like, yo, just like text me whenever you get over there, so I know you're fine. And I was like, all right, I'll be fine. It's whatever. So I take my bag of chips and I go. I told them this the next day. It was fucking hilarious. I go across the street and I go up to my hotel room. I kind of like stumble in, and mom was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just tired." And she was like, "How'd the event go?" I knew I was gonna be slurring my ass off, so I opened up the bag of chips and I started chewing on chips while I was talking to her. I was like, "Yeah, you know, we didn't do as well as we thought we would, but I
Bro,
think
this fool's ice. I'm telling you, it's still the iciest shit, bro. That is a fuck. I would no chance in hell. I would have been like, Mom, I'm drunk.
No,
I would've never
I would've
thought
done,
about that.
I would have done the same shit. I literally
Oh my god.
listen. I gotta be real with you. I'm fucked up right now.
But I was trashed, and I was like, I'm just tired. I was just like eating the chips, like trying to cover up my.
I'm tired.
my
I'm
slur.
sad. I mean, chips.
And I was like, oh, I'm just tired, and like, yeah, I'm not okay with it. I was like, I just want to go to bed. I turned over, and went to sleep. I woke up the next morning, and I was like, and like we went to the event, and I told them about it, and they're all like, that's the most legendary shit I've ever heard.
No, that was genius, dude. That was like dead ass genius.
Big brain. If you're
brain plays.
going to do something wrong, be smart about how you get out of it.
Yeah.
Always have a plan.
Have
Yeah,
a
be
have a
smart.
good
Stay
lie in
smart.
place.
Yeah,
Definitely.
have a good lie in place.
But
Yeah,
actually,
probably
that's,
one of my
that's
one of my
funny.
favorite
Parents
memories
at
there.
events. Parents at events is just comedy, bro.
Yeah.
My dad came to St. Louis too, and he watched our opening match, and we won it like 3-0 in like 15 minutes, and he was like, "All right, I don't really know what's going on with all this shit, so I'll see you Sunday." And then he left, and I didn't see him for the rest of the weekend.
And then yeah, Clay was literally with us the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, I stayed in the hotel with them and everything, but that
Clay was 16. We were like,
Yeah, I was
we just,
16. It was my
kidnapped this
first
kid,
event.
bro. Like this kid's just with us now.
And my dad was like, "Yeah, bro, go ahead." But I mean, like that was the weekend. I think that was like the same weekend of the 2016 World Series. So my dad was just like chilling in his hotel watching that shit.
I like how you guys had a sense of responsibility for him, but I'm 16 at the time, and you're just like, yeah, just go walk across the street, you'll be fine.
because I was
go.
nasty at Halo, bro.
This one has good thumbs. You gotta preserve
I was
this
just
one.
that good, bro.
Yeah. I mean, if Justin gets hit by a car, man, he's average anyways. We'll replace him.
Yeah.
Clay,
It's all
we gotta
good.
protect that kid.
I didn't want to team with that idiot after this event, anyways.
Yeah, bro. He thought Cole was plotting to kill him, have him assassinated. So he was like, I gotta get out of here, bro.
I actually don't remember how Tyler and I ended up talking about like leaving. I don't.
I think
really
it was
remember
just,
that.
I think it was just because you and Tyler were like really good at the time.
Yeah,
like,
at the time we
shot-wise.
were both really good. Yeah. I know. No, actually remember now. I remember. It was after that event. Like we didn't talk about it beforehand, obviously. Like we weren't like talking about that shit before the event.
Listen,
Like,
after
yo
this
guys,
event,
if we're gonna drop somebody, who do we drop?
oh my god, dude.
No, but no, it's after that, and we both agreed that we didn't want to play with Dallas, and we were having a conversation if we wanted to play with you still, and then we both agreed that like we would in the future, but we just thought you were behind. That was literally the conversation, which is why like I told you that because that's the truth.
See,
And then
I wasn't told
no,
that at the
listen,
time.
though.
I was told that it was easier to find a team of two than one person. That's what I was
Tyler,
told.
I mean that is true.
That's true.
That is true.
So it's
But
Deception.
typical.
Lies.
dude, I remember
typical
like
anime
Tyler and I were
excuse.
like, yeah, dude, we're gonna do it. We're gonna be a team of two. we're gonna leave these guys. And like obviously I've been friends with you and Dallas for a long time. Dallas I've been friends with since we were 8 years old. So
Dude,
you know, it's like
homie took it like you backstabbed him. Like
dude,
you
well, well, no, because
you
this is the
just
thing. I was
shanked him.
like, no, because I was like, yeah, Tyler, we're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And then I walked away from Tyler, and Dallas comes up to me. He goes, yeah, dude, I feel like we did pretty well as a fan. He's like, you know, we can get a lot better, and we have a lot of room for improvement. So like, let's just keep doing that. You know what I mean? Let's just keep grinding. And I was just like,
Wait, when?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, when did
Yeah.
you guys have this conversation? Was this at the event?
yeah, like,
Oh,
Like,
y'all
around
hadn't even gone
Chattanooga.
home yet.
Like we got knocked out, and then Cole and Tyler were like, we gotta go to the bathroom, and then they left us. They
No,
dropped us right there.
it was like, no, it was like Sunday evening or something. It was like the end of the weekend. Tyler and I were talking about shit. So
Yeah, they're
did, like-
about to get in their car to leave, and they're like, "Yo, bye, yo, we'll see y'all later." By the way, y'all are driving. All right, peace.
No, but I kind of had a sense that after that event that like I was like, I'm
I
probably
mean,
Fuck.
because
I was
there
like,
were two-
I
Look,
gotta.
to be fair, there were two pretty big key things that like influenced that. One, Justin, like you kind of cost it with the flag runs, right? So it's like you were
No. Run that back. The thing that y'all were bitching about with the flag runs, with the one flag run on Fathom, was a fucking warm up match. It wasn't even in tournament.
Okay, I didn't remember that. But that's not the
It
point.
wasn't in tournament because
Well, that
we-
was still a clear indicator to me. I was
because
like, bro,
remember,
this
remember
is like,
that,
can't
no, I'm
be-
like, you remember that guy that guy who knew you, who was like, oh my god, you're Proximitty, right?
Mhm.
And you're like, yeah. And then we warmed up against him, and then we looked at our bracket, and he goes, oh, we play you first round. So then we played him because we sat at the same station. This motherfucker was dropping me over a practice.
Dallas cost the Chattanooga.
No, he straight up costed our fucking.
I
losers-
will
our
never let.
losers
I love
round.
Dallas and I've forgiven him, but he hard cost. the
He
shit.
opened up the cave spawn, bro.
We had it on. We were literally last map. Cauliflag. This is best of 3, so it was Cauliflag. We're about to like go farther in the bracket, and like we got the 3 dead. We're making the play on Cauliflag. Dallas opens the cave spawn, fucks us in the ass. We lose.
We would have got top 16. I think we would have played Elevate after that.
Yep.
We would have got fucking fried.
Yeah, we got fried. But
You would
But
have
we
made
would've
it farther
got
in the bracket.
Would have made top 16 though.
anyways, moral of the story.
Damn. So them fools
cares?
got dropped, and they grabbed an expert spawn blocker and flag runner, and yours truly. You know, they signed me in free agency to
You're pretty good at flag running.
the-
I'll give you that
the
one.
biggest deal in Halo esports history, the biggest contract of all time, a whopping $0.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was a duo with Tyler, and then I teamed with Clay. We ended up teaming with Dallas for the next event, anyways, because how it ended up working out. And Dallas played well at St. Louis, so that's
Dallas
better.
did turn up at that
That's-
event.
Yeah, he
That
played
was that was the birth of Dalan.
Dallas is my dog,
That
dude.
was
Everybody
Dalan,
knows.
bro.
Like, I'm not talking
Yeah.
shit. He knows he costed in chatty, but who cares, dude? That
You
was
call it
forever
chatty
ago.
again.
I did, dude. God. Anyway, so Clay and I started teaming. I was teaming with Tyler again. Tyler was my duo. Then after that St. Louis event, Tyler didn't play again. Literally, when did Tyler play again?
Tyler kind of fucked off after St.
Yeah,
Louis.
he kind of fucked off.
He kind of
Like,
stopped.
I don't remember what happened, but like he stopped because like I went to the Vegas event. I went to the next Vegas event. I was going to every event I could,
'Cause
getting on
he
any team
didn't-
I could,
you
and then
know,
Tyler like wasn't going, and then Clay and
didn't
I
go
ended up kind of
to-
becoming a duo at some point because
Yeah.
Clay was grinding and Tyler wasn't.
Well, I was still in high school, and so I couldn't go to like the rest of the events in like 16 and 17, and so I didn't go to another event until Orlando. But yeah,
Yeah.
Tyler quit playing pretty much altogether after that. So that's when like you and I started grinding doubles a lot. That's when like we started to focus a lot on YouTube and shit like that. That's when sort of.
That's
I was
actually
trying to
really
remember
cool. It's
how
like-
you and I kind of became a duo, Clay. 'cause
Me,
I, don't really remember
I
the
think
timeline on
that's
that,
funny because
but-
like both Vegas events we both went to, but we didn't team together.
Yep, we didn't team for either.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
but-
I was on a pickup team twice. I
Yeah.
teamed with Warren. I teamed.
I don't even
Um,
want to talk about my first
I
Vegas
teamed
team.
with Paradise, Mobius Sparrow, and Dork Scott, my man. Yeah, that team was actually pretty. We were pretty good. Like we were at honeymoon.
That's
the
a
whole
good
night.
team.
We were pretty solid. And then the next one, it was same roster but Manzaya instead of Mobius. And Manzaya like never
Fucking-
played that Kevin. That
fucking
dude was a
Kevin,
homie, bro.
dude.
I love that guy. Yeah, I had the Vegas events were so much fun because like I was on pickup team for both events, so like I had no expectations for my performance. So I just went in like got to have fun play on LAN. We did pretty solid both times, and then like I just had a lot of fun with my friends.
No,
in
yeah,
Vegas, so.
I walked out of there. I was like, look, I feel like I did my job, and I walked away from it.
I feel like you guys that roster that was the
I
top
think that
24
roster-
team, and I think you guys were good. I think you showed that, and I think people respected your performance at the event. Like
Yeah,
I think you guys were good. There was a lot of
What
stiff
was
competition
it?
around.
Yeah,
them, though.
the games against the series against Common, I think, was like the key into like people thinking
You guys
that like
you guys could have beaten Common's team at that event because Common was playing with
no, we didn't we?
You did beat Common. Yeah, you did beat.
Yeah, we
Common's team.
did. We
Yeah,
did.
No, you guys didn't beat Brandon's team.
Yeah, we lost. Yeah, we lost to Lay's team.
That's who you guys. You guys could have
Dude,
beat them if you had a better
you-
series.
you know
could have
what
beat
pissed
them,
me off?
But I think like on average that team was probably better.
I've talked about this before. But it was Wise Gaming. It was Bocce Hawk, Rob the Turtle,
Yeah, that team was good.
Cloud, and I don't know who the last person was. But anyways,
yeah, I don't remember.
we get
It
shit on.
was fuck, what was I guessing? I can see this guy. I can see this dude. Fucking, he was at regionals for year 1. His name's like I can't think of. I'm never gonna think of it. I can see
Okay.
this guy. He's got glasses and he looks like a nerdy dude, but he was good.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
That
I
guy.
do know who you're talking about.
Because he teamed with Rob the Turtle, Bocce Hawk, and them. Like that was his.
Yeah,
that was that little crew.
So we play game 1 and we got fucking torched, and like we had really good mindsets going into the Slayer, and we were up a bunch of kills. Like I think we were up like 7 or 8 kills in Rig Slayer, and then Cloud lags out, and I turned to the fucking to the ref. I'm like, yo, he just lagged out of the game. Are we starting over? Or like, how are we doing this? And I'm trying to have this conversation the entire time, and they're still playing. And I'm like, why the fuck are they playing? We're still trying to fucking figure this out. And then Cloud ends up just joining back and like, oh yeah, like whatever. And they kept playing, and then they won because all momentum was killed because I thought we were supposed to reset the thing. Like my whole team was just like, do we keep playing? And then I think that we could have made that a lot more interesting of a series, but we weren't allowed to, and it fucking threw us off. And then we went game 5 with Common's team because we go up 2-0. They take the next 2. It was looking like a reverse sweep, and then we had like a very close game 5, and we clutched it up. And all my teammates were great for that. I love teaming with Matt. Dom's really, really talented. I think it was his first event, and he got like either a tack or a tross.
You got a kill tack. Yeah.
And he was like freaking out, and like it was fucking nasty too. Brett's obviously a good player. That's probably my favorite team. That's probably my favorite tournament.
That's what I'm saying. I think like you guys showed up, played as well like as you should have, and placed as well as you should. Like for the amount of time you guys teamed, I think like you guys were a top 24 team. You could have gotten through Brandon's team, like if you guys played that series 5 times. But like on average, I think they're probably a better team. I was like, I think you guys performed exactly how you should have at that event. Like that's looking back on it, like I'd be fucking happy with that because like there was stiff competition. There's a lot of teams playing back then.
Yeah, because that was a world's
like,
qualifier. Like people were like super into it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you guys were like reasonably close to qualifying for Worlds. You know, seriously, like, you guys were a good team.
And anytime those fools are back on H5, I'm always like, when we teaming, what's going on?
When we
always
teaming,
down,
bro?
I'm always down to team with those guys.
That's how the Orlando team actually came about. Was
Matt started playing again. Brett started playing again.
Neither Cole or I, we didn't know if we were gonna play yet, and then
yeah, because y'all were a duo, and then y'all decided y'all didn't want to play with each other.
No, because I was like, I don't remember exactly how. I just know that Clay was like, I'm gonna team with these guys.
Yeah, no, I think we said we were
Clay.
a duo,
You really wanted. I think I was like halfway on competing at that event, and you were dying to play again because you hadn't played.
Right, because I hadn't played in 2 years.
So you were like, I'm gonna play with these guys like straight, and then I was like, okay. I actually do remember because you and I were like talking about like maybe teaming. You had just committed to playing with them, and then you guys fill out the roster because everybody got back on. It was like Matt and Brett got back on, and then it was like you, Clay, Matt, and Brett were just gonna play because you were all playing. And then I was like over on the sidelines, like,
all right, now I want to play.
Because we're gonna do tryouts.
Yeah, that's what it came down to, bro. They tried us out.
Yeah, so we played a couple of series with Cole, we just run matchmaking because we couldn't find scrims, but we played with Cole and then we played with Clay. And my thing is that I really, really liked the vibes with Clay. Like they were just really, really good. But like I thought like consistency wise, I thought Cole was like a really good player. And then I was pretty sure we were gonna go with Clay. And then Matt was like, I'm going to make this easy for you. I'm going to drop myself. And I was like, why, dude? What are you doing? And he was like, because like Matt at that point was playing like Fortnite and shit.
Yeah.
And like not putting 100% into Halo. But like I you could see that Matt was still a good player because like Hype Train is always going to be a good player. I'm sorry, like that man is just
100%.
talented.
But also, like with that group before,
Matt's got a very good base game sense, and he can just execute and fill out roles.
He's just a smart competitive player, and I hope Matt hears this because I tell it to him all the time. Anytime that he gets on, I'm always down to game because
when
like
I first moved to Charlotte, like the first weekend I was here, they had a 2v2 for Halo 5 at the Microsoft Store. And my buddy Matt lives here. This is who we're talking about, Hype Train. So I was like, yo, Matt, come play in this with me. He hadn't touched Halo 5 in like 8 months. And we won that shit. Like, yes, I carried him because like I played the game, but like he did what he needed to and just filled out the role. And like we won game 5 in the finals, dude. We clutched up. Matt did exactly what he needed to, man. That's like without playing the game in literally forever.
Yeah,
like,
it's not that he's playing other controller games. He's playing on PC. Hadn't touched a controller.
No, I say like I carried him in the sense that like I was doing like a lot of like I play the game. I don't mean like he didn't do anything. Like no, like we played off each other and he like played. He played with me. Like we won that shit.
No,
Matt knows what he's doing.
Love that, man.
But when we were running with that group, when it was going to be Justin, me, Matt, and Brett, that team was definitely like we were definitely going to that event. Like we were going to compete and we were going to practice for that event, but we were definitely more about the vibes. Like we were just like excited to all play together. And then whenever Matt stepped down and we brought Cole in, it became a thing.
Try hard Cole.
It became a thing. Well, just sort of naturally because we had the eyes on us and shit, and then we were like, well, we should probably start playing GBs and playing the 2Ks and shit. And then
honestly, I think that was the fucking worst thing for us.
Right.
We should have gone in there, no C, just play our scrims and just.
Dude, I have only done good in tournaments that I have not practiced for. Every single event that I've prepared for, I've gotten shit on. I'm not even kidding. No practice going to St. Louis, we got top 16. No practice going to AC, we got 4th.
Bro, dude, you know what the thing is though, Clay? Like, and this is on some real shit. Recently, I've been trying to like improve my. I mean, I've always been trying to improve in Halo stuff. But like, one of the things that I've been finding that really helps me is like, you got to know you're a beast and don't have expectations. Just go in and shit, right? Like that's big thing. I've been like focusing on. Like that was our like hilariously like Clay and I knew we were unprepared for AC, so our whole mentality was like we know we're both good and we obviously like play well with each other in doubles. Like let's just go in and shit on people.
Yeah.
Like no, we don't have any strategy. It doesn't need it. We don't need it. We're just gonna go shit on.
At the time, matchmaking for doubles was broken, so we couldn't find games, and then also like the settings were different, and also we weren't really like we didn't really fuck with like scrimming.
We did not practice.
We played individually. We played like 2 or 3 hours a day each, like by ourselves, and that was it.
Yeah, because y'all would even stream at different times. Like Clay would do the morning, and then Cole would pick it up in the afternoon.
It was completely unintentional, but legitimately that was the best LAN vibes I could have had, and I want to carry that same energy going into tournaments going forward because like that's the best mentality you can have. I think of like if you have expectations for how it goes, and the first play happens and it's not how you thought, now you're panicking because you don't know what's going to happen. And it's like, don't worry about what's going to happen. Just play the situation as hard as you can. And that's what we did, and we got top 4. So,
kind of thinking about it for the second Vegas event, like we had practice and we had prepared, and at the end of it, we were just like, all right, like I think we're all good. We all just need to make sure that we just play well whenever it comes to the tournament. Like we didn't try to have the way that we tried, like the way that we reviewed film was that like we're not trying to set up somewhere, we're just trying to figure out like in a situation like this what should we do, not like how to break out or how to hold this. It's like in certain situations in like 2v3s or like 1v2s, like how people should be playing their certain like shits. So
I mean, I think that's what happened to us when we played CC of Aids team, and like this is probably like super nerdy for the podcast and more like just conversation between us because we were all there, but like we were like really good. That team that we had with Orlando, like we were all very individually skilled, so like we did really well. We won a lot of pivotals, which like gets a lot done for you, but we didn't like. I think like the series started against CC and friends, and like we all lost our pivs, and then it was like fuck. Like we hadn't been hit by something like that yet. We hadn't been hit back by people that like were really
because usually we lost. We always lost the opening of regret.
We would cost ourselves on
our
objective
breakouts were so ass.
Our slaying was good. We were not super objective efficient like that. But then we couldn't slay against those kids. Like fried us.
Yeah, so we didn't have either.
Our shit.
Yeah, just they would get our shit. They would kill all 4 of us. We'd go 4 dead. Just Valkyrie stand up screaming and shit.
Let's end off on a high note.
Yeah.
They started screaming at dude. No, hold on. Now that I can laugh about it again, I won't forget this. we're down 20-2, and Valkyrie screamed, "These kids are so ass!" And like we had, I'm not talking, I'm 20 people behind us watching, literally right behind us watching. And we're down 20-2.
This is our opener, by the way.
You know how many how mortifying that is?
This is our opener, by the way. The first match we played at that tournament. We got a bye in round 1, and that was our winners 2 match. First 2 maps we played at that tournament. Whole ass crowd behind us. We were like,
and then we just kind of turned around. We're like, yeah, my B.
Yeah. And Cole was so mad at that loss, he pushed me into a doorknob that night.
Yep. I tried to take Clay out.
I almost fucking killed Cole in the night.
Yeah, bro. We were so mad at each other. Trying to kill each other.
Anyway, on a high note, positive land memory. I will never forget. I was playing for top 6 at Atlantic City, and I thought in my mind, top 8 was sick. But we were already top 8 playing for top 6. But I was like, if I can get top 6 here, like, I'm lit. Like, getting top 6 in a major would be super sick, and I'll be really happy. And we were about to 3-0, and we tried to Ray, and I was flying kill, and like, I knew jumping out for the kill, like, the dude was 2-shot, and I was like, all I have to do is kill this guy, and then I'm top 6, and like, I knew it, and like, that moment happened in slow motion. I just jumped out and killed Jorialis for the, and I was like, we're done, 3-0. Clay and I stood up, and like, just like pure joy. We're like, yes, dude. It was like such a good feeling.
You
like,
killed Jorialis? I thought he was shitting on you that event.
Yeah, dude.
Well, no, we were up 2-0 in game 3. We played him Regret, and we were up by like a lot. It was like
22-10.
Yeah, it was like a lot. And they went on like an 8-1 or 8-2 or like a 10-2 run, like something like they put up a lot of kills and brought it back, and they had like 18 kills or something like that. And then we were like, all right, we gotta slow it down. We gotta play a pig. We gotta
that's I didn't really talk about that. That's a big because like we were getting kind of come back on, and I was like, yo, we're 3 kills away from top 6.
No,
like,
yeah, we were like, no, because we were like,
Clay and I were both very calm, like, yo, let's just let him make a mistake.
Yes, we are not gonna.
Yo, we're not getting reverse swept here, bro.
And then we just waited. We baited one of them, and then we got one of them trash pig too, and then we just both flew out.
And then we just collapsed on him, and it was
4
like
nades at him. We had him in a pinch.
Yeah, we literally were just like P2's last guy, and I was like, we're getting top 6.
No chance he was living.
It was the best feeling because, like, yeah, we were both flying at him, throwing all the nades. All our fucking artillery was going at that kid. We were getting top 6. Fantastic feeling. I remember because I was kind of like it didn't like hit me that day because like I always want to go to tournaments and play swell at tournaments, and it didn't really hit me at first. And I remember we were walking like in another part of the casino. We were like going to the food court, and Cole's still bouncing up and down and like doing all this shit. And we're going to get food and we're in line, and he sort of light pushes me and he's like, "Why aren't you so happy about this, dude?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." It's like I'm freaking out, but no, it's just
like just another day, honestly.
Yeah, and I brushed that shit off. I was like, it wasn't first.
Touch me.
It wasn't first. No, but that was just how good that felt, and sort of I mean, it's the same feeling after St. Louis when we thought we were gonna get shit on in St. Louis, and then we ended up placing really well. Just the car ride back home after that, just being like,
yeah, I knew we weren't gonna get shit on an AC. Like I knew we were like, I was not worried about getting shit on, but I didn't think we were gonna.
We had control over all the
bounce out that motherfucker getting 4th, you know. So
right, definitely.
I think I knew we were capable of doing something like that. I just didn't expect it to happen. And when it did, obviously, it's an amazing feeling.
Especially because that was the first, or like maybe second or third time we'd ever played in like tournament like doubles before.
And the first time that I had played at a tournament since Orlando, which, as we mentioned earlier, was quite devastating. So
yeah, bro. That almost put us into fucking retirement.
Yeah,
but
all right.
And now we got this. Now we got this stupid ass group chat and
stupid ass podcast
and the stupid ass podcast. And now we're all friends, and you guys have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's I think that's gonna do it. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up after that. This was a solid podcast. You know, we definitely wanted to focus a little bit more on the good vibes. This one just put out some a little positive. Bring the good energy today. But yeah, definitely remember to hit us up in the YouTube comments if you're watching us on YouTube, or you can hit us up on Twitter at WavelengthsCX. Let us know what you want to talk about. Hit us up with any questions that you might have for us. But yeah, that's going to do it for us this weekend. Listen, we love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you guys later.